I'm taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
You know, I mean, which is a good segue into, you know, a possible home with ProBox, because ProBox, you know, had a fight this past weekend, and it was disappointing, but it didn't end disappointing.
I didn't even watch this fight, bro. I saw the KO on Twitter, like the little clip, and even that didn't look exciting. So
I was really hyped for the Valsane. I've been kind of following him, and I'm a ProBox guy, so I've been following Valsane and Najee Lopez. I did expect that the main event to be intriguing, but man, there's levels.
Yeah,
huh?
it was surprisingly, it was the worst fight on the card. You know, with Erickson Lubin and Ardreal Holmes. Like, I mean, the funny thing too is the build for it. Like, they were talking shit to each other. Like, they were pushing each other in the rings and shit. Like, I would have thought that, you know, they would have thrown some real hands at each other. But I think, LB, I think you mentioned in the boxer that, you know, how Lubin might actually be mentally kind of ruined from that, because
Fundora ruined Lubin. I'm gonna just be honest. Like he'll never press a fight again. Like he'll just do just a smidgen of enough to win. And once you get to that level, and if I feel it, yeah, I'm attacking you all day. And it's like nobody wants to do that yet. Like he's been getting lucky. Like, and when I say lucky, like, when you get the version of Jesus Ramos that he got, you lucky.
Right, exactly.
You get this nigga on ProBox, you lucky. So, what's his name? I think it was Pilot in the chat or King P. One of them niggas said they ready. He the contender for Murderalev.
Yep, that was for the Mando.
It's an IBF eliminator.
Yeah, Murderalev. Yeah, I think he's number one in WBO as well now in their new rankings.
So if you didn't learn, like, my whole thing is, look, even if you fight somebody better than you, or I tell everybody I know who's sparring or whatever, like, when in doubt, punch it out. I know, niggas, that sounds crazy to say, but I'd rather you go down fighting or make something happen by throwing punches than just get executed with your hands up, not doing anything.
And here's the thing too: Holmes is a light puncher. Like, he's only had 6 KOs in 17 fights.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the thing that I feel that's the thing that caused it, because I've seen him kind of, Pat, you probably seen him too. Like, he was coming up, he got a nice knockout on Undefeated Fighter. He was winning some fights, on the level up. I expect a little more because, like, he's 6'1" and that reach. But yeah, I guess Lubin and him sparred. They were kind of close, and
they were amateur rivals. Like,
amateur rivals. Yeah, but it's like, it's a thing where, like, big bro. big bro.
Marky, the fight was boring as hell.
I'm tired of this big bro shit in fucking boxing.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think they're a big bro like that, because, like I said, because they were pushing each other and shit like that. That wasn't for show. Like, them niggas was talking shit.
I don't think they had the type of rapport that Rhodes and Tank had with each other.
But the way Ardreal Holmes fought, he fought not to get, like, he fought scared, man.
Well, yeah, because he felt the power. That's the problem. Yeah, he felt Lubin's power.
But even from the beginning, like, he's seen Lubin, he's seen Lubin, knock people out or just have, so, and he's familiar. It's like he fought not to win. Like, and I was excited because these ProBox fighters, Leo, Roach, I'm missing the name probably, but McCumbee, yeah. But these niggas they go to the big times and they show out, make a name for themselves, even if they lose. Holmes derailed his, like, he
forgot that he thought they could actually box, and then basically he avoided contact, and then Lubin was so tentative. Like, Lubin didn't even, like, it took him 11 rounds to kind of figure the shit out that, okay, look, I can go in there and I can finish you.
Yeah,
that's 11 rounds too long.
He could have stopped him early, like 5 rounds. The way that he was fighting.
Because Lubin has the power. Lubin used to ice guys early, so you know he's a changed man. It's taking him 11 rounds to stop a guy who's barely fighting him back.
He's more gun shy now, obviously. With the Janelle shit.
The worst thing to be is gun shy and have power. Mm-hmm. That's like when them schools get shot up and a cop there with a gun and he don't want to go in there. It's like, nigga, what you doing? And that's what it looked like with Lubin. Like, you got all this power, you got this TNT in your hands, and you're like, I don't know, man. yeah, like nah, fuck that. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, like it was very uninspiring. I mean, yeah, like he stopped him, but like I said, even the stoppage, like I said, like it was cool, but it was just like, oh yeah, you stopped him, cool, all right on, like that type of thing. Like it was just, yeah, it was just like it was expected to stop him, like, but it just took too long to do it, especially from someone who wasn't fighting back. So I mean, Lubin guy's Mando, and he probably has a title shot next, but. Against Mortaz, like you fight like that against that dude, you just ask him to get pieced up,
Yeah, and he'll get pieced up from a distance and probably get stopped in like 3 or 4 rounds.
So Lubin has to.
He's just gonna sit there. Zoo gets stops quicker because he's coming at the dude with no defense.
I'm kind of hope for Lubin because he's been so close to many times. I give him somewhat a chance, but the way Mirzalev looked his last fight, but nobody wants to fight this nigga. So I'll give credit to Lubin, if he takes the challenge for a third title fight, second, another.
Who else Lubin gonna fight?
Yeah, exactly.
He's not becoming a must-see fighter with these performances.
He ain't fought since the I think Ramos fought twice since then. He ain't fought like over 500 days, up till Saturday. So it's like
Everybody that went on with their career, Fundora became champion.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like Lubin, like for as long as Lubin's been around, Lubin should have. I mean, Lubin didn't even pick up. It's crazy that he has not even picked up a belt once. I mean, Tony Harrison picked up a fucking belt once before. But come on, like.
I mean, this is the thing. Lubin don't even have like that one like high level like marquee win either.
I mean, because I got, I kind of got heavy back into boxing around the time Jermell and Lubin fought. So I was watching his YouTube and I was like, damn, Lubin's confidence, okay. I knew Jermell Charlo, was a champion and the twin and everything. I wasn't really too familiar. So I expected a good fight. I brought my boys over because the card was kind of loaded. And, that happened. Yeah, and that happened. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, okay. But Lubin, to his credit, Lubin brought himself back, got some wins over former champions that were kind of washed, but he won like 4 or 5 straight. Like he was winning. But yeah, you're right, Shutter. He don't have that signature win because when he went against Fundora, he fought like a dumbass. He could have won that fight, but he fought in Fundora's wheelhouse and got his face like Martin in that against Tommy Hearns type shit.
Yeah, dude is in year 12 of his career. Like, he's been around for a long fucking time.
He was a bright young, he's one of those guys that were really a bright young prospect, young guy that was, crowned, but we'll see. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, there's guys like that were touted really highly.
The Olympic Committee was pissed because Mike Tyson's promotion signed him away from going to the Olympics and stuff like that. Like,
I remember that we were talking about that in the I think the OG ring thread back in the day.
Hell yeah, nigga.
Yeah, niggas were talking about that pages. So I feel you, but it is what it is. Like, and Lubin is who he is. Like, a lot of these niggas is who they are right now. Like.
Yeah,
that's just it.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope it doesn't turn into like Andre Durrell with the title wins, like having the interim belt as like his like high point and shit like that. When he could have been a world champion.
He's the guy like Francisco Bajada kind of that kind of.
Well, no, I mean he surpassed Bajada.
He surpassed Bajada, but he ain't surpassed Durrell. Because Durrell at least has marquee performances and wins though. Like he got robbed against Froch.
Sure did.
But he beat the shit out of Arthur Abraham.
Sure did. Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, Durrell just got random showbox ass whoopings that were entertaining too.
They were, Who
was that one nigga he was fighting where the trainer was like going off on him or some shit?
Were the Durrell bros hype kind of like the Charlos? Because I missed their come up, so we're like they kind of have.
They was hyped.
Yeah, no, I mean Andre Durrell, he won a medal at the Olympics if I'm not mistaken.
I think he won a belt. Yeah, I think he won a belt.
I think he was like bronze or silver. I forgot. Like, but he was on that same Olympic team as with Ward in them. So it was like.
Yeah, matter of fact, you might have people. You know what? Yeah, you could say that the Durrell brothers were more talented than the Charlos. Honestly,
they were. I mean, Anthony Durrell was like it was a beast until cancer kind of like slowed his. Slowed this thing, and then once he beat cancer, he came back, and he still, he became a champion,
Yeah, because the cancer was fucking up his career for like that's the thing. Like neither brother, they never both got the shine at the same time. Like the Charlos and the Marquezes and the Klitschko's. Mm-hmm. The Durrells was always on some like one nigga's up, the other nigga in the hospital. The other nigga out the hospital, the other nigga in the hospital or some shit. Like,
but they
crazy.
came up. But they came up a little bit before PBC, when because PBC pushes the niggas. Like they weren't really around for the original. Like I feel like if a few years later, that kind of.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like I mean, Darrell never got to benefit from PBC. What Darrell, Andre never benefited by
Andre, yeah, Anthony did a little bit.
They were like probably not, they were a little older, than the Charlos at the time to get pushed like that. But
then you got to remember, the Charlos took a while to get on. Like the niggas was making those $100,000 paydays, and they were stacking them up for years, fighting quality ops at 154 before they really got their title shot.
Because I'm saying, that was like when they were at Golden Boy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when PBC, let's be real, because when PBC came, I got back into boxing when they kind of branched off, because they were pushing the niggas, like Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Like they were pushing the loud brat. Bro.
Like it was an old marketing thing. Like, look, niggas boxing like PBC.
Yeah, niggas boxing. I see people in my Discord chat. Some people are, the Mexicans are like, oh, they always favor black fighters on PBC type of shit. It's like.
Hold on, wait. Teofimo Lopez is in your Discord? Interesting. Wow.
Fuck. We'll get to that later. Fuck Tio, man. Fuck.
But yeah, we'll get into Teal after we get past the recaps and shit like that. But yeah, no. But Lubin though, it's now or never with him, because there's too many people. There's too many one-off champions that became champions, like Hurd, and you have Rosario and all of them. Like they all became fucking champions. But dude,
that's facts.
Yeah, like this.
Lubin was just like it. Damn, even J-Rock.
Yeah, J-Rock became fucking champion. These.
You said that with such disgust. Like, goddamn.
I mean,
J-Rock is respected, but it's just like there's just too many fighters that that didn't even have this type of push. That he didn't have. That grinded and got to be world champions, and he's over here still beltless. But
yeah, that's facts. Yeah, you right.
I mean, Murtaza Leah, for crying out loud, has a fucking belt. I mean, he's like, come on. And that motherfucker was fighting dark matches while Lubin was getting the main events. Like, come on. Like it's now or never for Lubin. Like, bro has to.
And then Pat, what's that one nigga you hate? Teixeira? I can't pronounce his fucking name.
Sure.
Yeah, Patrick
dude who beat Adamus.
Patrick Teixeira.
Didn't he become a champ? Didn't he have a belt?
He was a champ because he beat Adonis for a belt.
Yeah, he sure.
Yeah, so it's like when it comes to Lubin, it's like, damn, you're too talented and been around too long to not have got a belt at 154, where it's like the belts just be changing hands every other night type shit.
Yeah.
That's why I always say Jamel Charlo's a Hall of Fame, because not too many, he picked one of the hardest divisions to come up in and rule and conquer and be undisputed in, where a lot of niggas, their division might have one or two dangerous fighters, and a motherfucker might become undisputed and only just fight one of those dangerous niggas. But 154 is not like that. You kind of have to fight 80% of the niggas out there.
And Mel fought in different eras of 154 too. On top of that,
yeah.
And the last part about Lubin, though, when I mentioned I got back in I felt like after Steam getting knocked out, I chalked it up to him it being a little too early for him. That was too early to fight Jamel.
It was, but credit to him for taking the fight when he had the opportunity, because a lot of niggas would have pushed out
when he had the chance. Yeah.
So I don't. That's just the way the game is. A lot of niggas wanted to took that fight.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
remember Cotto? They want Cotto to fight Floyd at one point when Floyd wanted to fight. I said Cotto not ready.
Yeah, but like I said, Lubin, he took it and he got knocked out. He learned from it a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
He said a little bit. It was like he learned.
But yeah, we're rooting for Lubin, but it's just bro is gonna have to put it together. Now, you're in line for a title shot. Just put that shit together, though. It's
and go out swinging, bro. As bad as you got beat up against Fondora, it was a fight of the year, and you know, we know you gave it all. May not have been the best strategy, but we know you gave it all.
You were winning on the card. Again, I felt like he could have won that fight. He was in the warehouse.
Yeah,
you know,
that was a winnable fight. But I'm talking about the effort he gave. Like, I'd rather see a nigga give the wrong effort than no effort at all.
Facts.
That's my whole point. Like, we're not seeing enough effort. Like, these niggas is fighting the type of fights where if they got jumped in the locker room, they wouldn't, like, there would be nothing. These niggas could go 3 more rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're not leaving it all in the ring. And that's the problem. Like, you're not going to have a legacy like that when you always got more left. If you want some George Foreman, you fighting 20 niggas a night type shit, then yeah, go ahead. But y'all not.
Yeah, no.
So put 100% on this motherfucker and win. Impressively.
Right.